Very well. Let us go ahead and call these functions in order. So, POW, admin, and then we have the first thing that we want to do is set the execution policy so that that doesn't hinder us in the long run. So, exec policy, and we close this. Okay, so we have just passed a string, exec policy, to the POW admin function. And what does the POW admin function do? It basically receives an argument, it receives a string, and we put a command into that string, and then that command executes as admin. Okay, so this will be for setting the execution policy for our PowerShell scripts. And then we're going to go ahead and call this function again, so POW admin, and we will type in reg edit, which is the string which contains the command for the editing of the registry, which basically sets our keylogger to run at boot times. Okay, which is very nice because it's going to run every time a machine is booted up. And now the POW again, admin. This will be create init POW. Close it. There we go. So this will actually use this command here, which will in turn create the windows.ps1 PowerShell script file, and it will actually create it in system32, which is awesome. If you have access to the system32 and if you can run files from there, modify them there, you can pretty much do whatever you want to the Windows operating system. Okay, so the next one that we'll need to run, since the file has been created, we need to go ahead and populate it. So we will use the populate file function. Populate file, and we're going to type in path 00 and then init POW. Okay, so we're going to use this path. So the file is here, and the contents of the file shall be in this string. So this file with this path will be populated with contents contained within this string. Okay, granted, the string is empty as of yet, but we will populate it in the follow-up tutorials. I just figured I would finish everything with Arduino, more or less, and then I would move on to Windows instead of jumping back and forth continuously. Okay, next up we need to create the VBS, Visual Basic Script, so POW admin again. And this will receive a string, create VBS, so create VBS. There we go, so create VBS string is here, and this command will basically just create the windows.vbs file. Fantastic. And then we have populate file. Again, the same logic applies. We'll just use path 01 colon VBS content. So VBS content. Okay, so the VBS content is empty now, but you know, in the follow-up tutorials, we'll actually create a VBS file and place it here. So no worries there. Do not run or save this or anything like that. There's no point. The code is still incomplete, so it won't do much. And then we have POW admin, and the final one will be run VBS. So we are issuing this final command in order to actually set everything to run during the current session as well, and not to wait for the next reboot. Fantastic. So everything that we needed to do in Arduino is pretty much done. There are only two more things that we need to do here, and that is populate this string and populate this string down below. For this, we will need to go into Windows and create these two. That we're going to do in the follow-up tutorial.